welcome to my channel. My name's Dawn, I'm the Reclusive Crafter, and it is No Waste Wednesday. So today I'm cracking on with the Vintage Hues Journal. Couldn't think what it was called then. And I'm going to make some pockets. So I've decided this is the first signature and this is the second signature, and I think I want I think I decided on five pockets per signature, but let me just check that, because I want one on there, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, maybe I wanted more than that actually, 5, so yeah, that'll be 5, so that'll be 10. So it's actually 20 pockets I want. Wow, 20 pockets. That's going to be massive, isn't it? Right then, let's crack on. Lots of work to do. So I'm going to make up a lot of the pockets first. And what I've got for you today, I have called this a three-pocket pocket, basically. 3-pocket pocket. It's a 3-tier pocket anyway. All right, and what I have done, just that you're aware, I've measured 2 inches up on this side and marked it, and 2 inches down on this side and marked it. And what I'm now going to do is, and I've just penciled a very faint line across there, so I've got a guideline, and I'm going to cut that across there, and I'm using some fancy pantsy scissors. You get them in all kids craft shops basically, and I've had these for years and years and years. You can tell how often I use them, that the labels are still on. So I'm going to use these. If you haven't got fancy pantsy scissors, if you're crafting along with me, you can use pinking shears, or you could even tear it down if you wanted to. That would make a really nice edge as well. But I'm being lazy and using my fancy pantsy scissors. So I'm saying being lazy, it's not actually easy to use these sometimes, because you have to get the cuts in the right bit. Oh, I think I'm going to need some glasses, and it just gives a nice fancy little edge. So that's very delightful, isn't it? Yeah. Doesn't matter if the line isn't completely accurate, as long as it's there or thereabouts. Sorry, I'm just trying to line this design up with itself. It's not easy actually. Yeah, I think that one goes there. Oh, I might have been better to do this off camera and just say, oh, look what I've done. Oh dear, and now I've ripped it. You don't want to be ripping it, Dawn, be careful. Right, the other thing I will explain while I'm just faffing about here is ideally for this style pocket, it works better if you have double-sided paper. If you haven't got double-sided paper, you can stick 2 pages together, which is what I've done on this one, and I shall show you that. And if you haven't got, or you can print double-sided as well, but if you haven't got a printer that will do both sides for you, as you can see here, I've glued another piece on the back. Because it's No Waste Wednesday, I printed all of the background papers for this journal out, and I haven't used them all in the journal itself. And my intention is that I'm going to be using a lot of the background papers for things like this. Okay, so they're not going to go to waste. They are going to get used. I'm just rubbing out that pencil line there in case you're wondering what I'm doing. Just trying to think about what I'm doing. Okay, so what you'll end up with is 2 pieces like that. Okay, so it really could not be simpler, this little doofer. All we do is we work out where our we fold it basically into 3. So we need 2. I'm never any good at doing this, to be fair. I'd rather, is that going to work? No, it needs to come over a little bit more. Yeah, I'm never very good at dividing things, really. How's that? Are we there? Nope. A little bit further, Dawn. A little bit further. Oh, goodness. As you can see, I am absolutely rubbish at dividing things in 3. I see people do this all the time, and they like do it in one hit, and it's like, how did they do that? No, I've gone too far, seriously. This is too much like hard work sometimes. Okay, are we nearly there yet? Yes, we are. That'll do. Right, so I've divided it in 3, and now all I'm going to do is to crease along there, like so. Okay, and then this one is going to come across here like so. All right, so that is one of the pockets. Now you can do it the opposite way around if you want to. So if you wanted to, you could bring it that way on and that way on, which would give you the design both sides. And actually I think I will do that for this one. And there is a reason for that, because this one is going to end up upside down slightly. So I want the patterny bit on the other side. Okay, so that is one of them. All right, and I'm going to stick bits down in a moment. We'll show you how to do that. And then this one, do exactly the same. So I could use this one as a bit of a template, couldn't I? Might make my life a little bit easier. Yes, is that about there? Yeah, about there. So we want to come over with that one and come over with that one. Okay, that's as near as it needs to be. I can always trim a little bit if I wanted to. Okay, so we have now got this one and this one obviously in reverse. So if you have got directional paper, you will end up with one of them with a little bit of the design upside down. But because this is flowers, I didn't think it really mattered too much, to be fair. So I'm happy enough with that. If you want to use non-directional paper, you are probably better to do that. Sorry, I was just checking that I was in shot for you there. Just looking for my craft knife. And I'm going to just trim that little bit off there that I don't need. Okay, there we go. Did I do that? No, I didn't. What a rubbish job I made of that. Cheapers. Come on, Dawn, sort your life out, kiddo. There we go. Okay, so that's what we've ended up with. So we've got 2 very beautiful little pockets like that. And now I'm going to stick them down. But before I stick them down, I'm just going to add some little bits of embellishment on. And I've got some very pretty little bits of lace that I thought would look rather nice. Maybe that one. That's quite pretty, isn't it? That's nice. And I've got a darker blue here. I'm not sure about that one, to be fair. I don't know. What do we think? I like that on that pale blue. That looks rather pretty. Oh, I've got this one as well. That's rather nice. And it's lost a little bit on the pattern, isn't it? I feel a little bit lost on the pattern. Is that one? Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? That is pretty. I like that. Not sure about this on the patterned one, to be fair. I don't like it on the patterned one. I think I like that one for the pale blue. That looks nice. Oh, I've got some of this. How does that look? A little bit of blingy bling bling. We like a little bit of bling, don't we? That's very pretty, isn't it? I wonder, can you guess what I'm doing yet, folks? I am embellishing. And what does embellishing do? Embellishing takes me a long time. No, I don't like those two together. Okay, and I've also got some like little satiny, well, they're not even satin actually. I don't know what this is. Chiffon, would you say? I think it's chiffon. I think it's chiffon. So that could maybe go across there. And then if I brought in the white lace, but it's covering up too much of that, isn't it? Maybe if I went across that way with it, what do you think about that? Let's have a look at that, see what that looks like. No, I don't like the lace on that one, to be perfectly honest. I could just pop my lid back on my rubber. I could just pop that on the blue one, couldn't I? Yes. And then just have it on the blue on this one as well. That would look fab. I like that. We're going to go with that. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. So now I have a plan. I'm going to glue the pockets. So all you're doing on this one is you're gluing down here and across the bottom. Okay. And then folding that over. And then you're doing the same on this one. So you're gluing across the bottom. Oops. My hand got all wiggly. And then up there. Oh my goodness me, I've really got, look at that. I've really got the shakes going on. What's the matter with me? Anybody think I had the DTs? Right then. Okay. So what that then gives you, have I got a tag to hand that I can show you? I've got a baby tag. So it gives you a pocket here, and if you stick this to the page, you'd have a pocket here as well. So that's lovely. The other alternative would be to have a pocket here, and if you stuck it all down, you could have a side tuck, or you could leave two sides open and have a complete side tuck here to pop in a larger journal card. So those are your options. So you've got lots of options with it. Okay, I'm going to stick this one down as well. So again, just to show you, we are coming across here. Doesn't really matter what side you do it, as long as it's done. And then down the short side. Okay, fold that across. Give it a squidgeroo. Okay, and then we're doing the same here. So we're coming across here. And then down the side there. Now then, I will also put a disclaimer in that this pocket was not originally my idea. This first came from, I say it first came, I first saw it on Gail Agostinelli's channel. And I love it. I use it in quite a few of my journals now because it's so simple and yet it looks lovely, doesn't it? It looks absolutely beautiful. I love it. And you know, I didn't trim that up very well. That looks really untidy. So I'm just going to get my big scissors and just take that little bit off there, I think, if I can. There we go. That's better. That's tidied that up a little bit. Okay, and now I'm just going to pop. I must stop saying I'm just. It drives me bonkers. Right, I'm going to pop that one on there. I want to cut that little bit off there so it just tucks in a little closer. Is that right? Around glasses dawn. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, it goes that way round. So that goes that way round. And I'm going to cut it. No, I'm not going to cut it. I'm going to stick it just down very slightly so that we can see that patterned edge. Okay. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I pulled off my doofer. Have I? Yes, I have. Oh, I pulled my nib off. Oh no. It's got stuck inside. Well, that's no blooming good, is it? Oh, talk amongst yourself, folks, while I just sort out my issues. Goodness sake, there we go. Look at that, it's got all gummed up inside. Shows you how often I use this glue, doesn't it? Although, I was using it last week. It shouldn't be gummed up like that already. There we go. Okay, I think we're there. Sorry, folks. Normal service will be resumed momentarily. There we go. Got there in the end. Goodness me. Right. I'm going to now pop a little bit of glue. This is fabric. This is not Fabri-Tac. It is a Fabri-Tac similar. It is a collal, I believe it is. And now I'm going to stick that in there, like that. As I say, just leaving a little bit of the edging showing. And then we're going to trim that off like so. Okay, loving that. That looks very pretty. And then I'm going to do the same for this one. I'm going to pull that down just slightly off the edge and bring that just across there. And I've decided I am only putting this lace just on this light blue because I think it gets lost on the patterned paper. And then we're going to pop that one. Oh, let me take that bit off of there because that looks a bit untidy, doesn't it? We don't want that there. Okay. And then pop that one there. And I can cut that one there. There we go. That looks very yummy. There. So that's that little trim done. And now I'm just going to pop a little bit of trim on this one. Just down here. Just tuck a little bit in there maybe. Hopefully. Pop him in there if I can get him in. Go on, in you go. There. And then pop that across there. Lovely. Okay. And again, just trimming that off there. Okay, if I'd have thought about that a little bit better, I could have trimmed that a bit nicer, to be fair, but it still looks okay. There we go. So that's those two little pockets cut and embellished. So just as a reminder, you have got your A4 page. You measure 2 inches up from the bottom on one side and 2 inches down from the other side. Draw a line from one mark to the other and then cut it across or tear it or however you want to do it. Okay. Then you tri-fold it over like so, and then you can embellish these however you want to embellish them. So I think I'd like to do a little bit of embellishing with some of the little bits that I've got. I have these, aren't they gorgeous? These were from the offcuts of the card I did the other day. It might be a bit big though. I have to admit I haven't done all my fussy cutting for this kit yet, which is really remiss of me. because I should have done it all by now. But I've had a bit of a busy weekend, to be fair. There's that one, that's cute. I like that. Love that. Love her. How do we want to embellish these folky dokie doos? Just going to use what I have already trimmed out, I think. So, what have we got here? Little ones. Is that too big? It does look nice, doesn't it? I wonder if I can... I could have that coming off a little bit, couldn't I? Nope. Nope, 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 nope. I don't know what I want to use, to be fair. I've got another one of those. I thought I had more cut out than that, to be fair. Okay. I'd like to use some of these. They look nice along there, don't they? And could do a little tuck spot on this one with these. Maybe. Yep. So I'm going to just tear that across there. Tear that one across there. And this one, I'm going to tear that across there and across there. So that's those. Nice. And then I'm also going to use one of those. Maybe oh, come here. Maybe have these staggered a little bit. What do I want to do, folks? I'm not sure I want them all the same length. Tear a bit more off of that one. Or do I want to do that way around and have it? No, that definitely needs to go underneath. That one there, that one there. Yes, and that one there. Right then, so back to the drawing board. We are. Now then, for those of you that haven't yet come across Amanda's channels, she is currently doing a masterclass on putting a journal together in Ko-fi, and it includes, I didn't want that one there, did I? I wanted that one on there first. It does include ripping and tearing and making clusters, which is pretty much all I'm doing here. Okay, so I'm just literally ripping up bits and sticking them together to make some little clusters. I think I'm going to go there with that. Okay. And yeah, if you haven't seen or if you're not part of her Ko-fi membership, pop along and take a look. You've got nothing to lose. It's the opportunities are endless with it. And it gives you a lot of variety. That looks quite nice. Now I can bring my butterfly in there, can't I? Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. And to glue this down, I'm just going to go across the bottom here and just up these little side panels so that it gives me a little tuck spot. In fact, I think, did I go that side? I did not. Let me just pop that up there as well, just on that one. There we go. I'm going to pop Mr. Butterfly on. Just going to touch the edge of his little old wings. Okay. And then we're going to pop Mr. Butterfly on there too. Going to pop him there. There we go, like that. That's beautiful, isn't it? Very nice. And then what that does, let me find a little, got a little tag there, and that gives you another little, wrong bit, another little tuck spot. I'm just going to ease that up because for some reason that's getting a bit stuck there. I don't know why, because I didn't glue that bit. Okay, you've got another little tuck spot there, look. Okay. So I'm very happy with that one. I think that's all the embellishment on that one I'm going to do. And now we're going to do one here. So what shall we do here, folks? Shall we that looks nice, doesn't it, with those blue flowers there? What do we think? Don't know. It's very different to that one, is it? Do I want it to be that different? I think these are just slightly too big for it. I mean, I could come off, couldn't I? I could come off like so. Maybe pop that one like so. That looks nice. That'll do. Okay, so we want that there. We wanted that about there, that one about there, and I think I need a little bit more of something there. Oh, I've got the, I've just realised I've got that. And I've also got some of these. That would be nice as well, wouldn't it? Maybe if I... Oh dear. I do faff, don't I? I'm sorry. I don't mean to. I just can't make my blooming mind up. Does that look a bit disjointed? I think it does. Okay, let me pop that one on there then. Pop that on there. That on there. That on there. And Paris. Just tuck Paris in there maybe. Yeah, that's what I should do. Okay. Okie dokie. I know what I'm doing, folks. If only I knew what I was doing. Right, that can go there. That wants to go, so that's going there. That wants to go about there. So just next to the 3 and down slightly. So okay. Next to the 3 and down just slightly. How's that? Perfect. That's very nice. Okay, I think I want a little bit of blue just around that edge, just to touch it. Not to do any more than that. Okay, so we have that. We want this little gem here, or down a little bit. Down a little bit. And then we want Paris. There. Or do we want to tuck that under a little bit? I wonder if I can ease that up. Just to tuck that under a smidge. I'll glue it back down in just a moment. Okay, pop that under there. Alrighty. Now glue that back down. I made a mess. Okay, get in there. And then that on there. Where did we say we was having this one, folks? Did we actually say we was having it anywhere? I think I was going to put it there actually, but or do we prefer that instead of the little tag? Oh gosh, one of these days I'll make an instant decision and everyone will just die of shock. I'm just going to go with this. After all the fuss about the butterfly, I am going to go with that there. That looks nice. And I think I can get away with that on there. Got to have a butterfly, Dawn. It's in the rule book. Okay, happy with that. Got there in the end. Patience is a virtue, don't you know? Right, where am I sticking this? I need to know. So I want to glue down there. and up there, and just along that bit there. Okay, right then. Did we do it properly? No, we didn't. Of course we didn't. Oh dear, didn't glue down. Right. Oh, I don't know. Let me glue that there. And my pocket's not closed properly either. Let me close my pocket up. Right. Dear me. Right, that's it. We're there. Okay. So there's the two pockets. All right, so they are good to go in. So what we've got now is we have got tuck spots right in the front there for little things. We've got a pocket there, and either a pocket here, or it could be a tuck spot for a big journal card. Okay, so there, and possible journal card or another tag at the back. So that is today accomplished. So there we have it. We have got a 3-tier pocket. Nice, huh? I like it. That's it for today. I think I've kept you all long enough and painfully enough. Sorry, folks. And I will see you all for Quickfire Friday. Take care, everybody. Bye.